but I never dwelled up. If you in the way, I don't wanna back. Calling one time, make a phone tag. Try to waste my time, it's a fucking rap. Shawty moving like a clown and a maniac. Where my niggas at? Where my bitches at?
These are the Vali Nista boxing shoes by Vali Sports. And in today's video, we're going to be doing a review on them. I'm going to be letting you guys know my honest thoughts and opinions. Full disclosure, Vali did reach out to me to provide me with a pair of these shoes. They didn't pay me in any way. No money exchanged. They just asked for my opinion on them to give them feedback as a company and just put them out onto the market. So without further ado, let's dive straight into the review. I'm going to basically break this down into just a few segments. First of all, the most important for me is the fit. How do these shoes fit? Like, do they feel good when you're wearing them? Do they perform well for boxing and combat sports specifically? The shoe is pretty well designed. It has a good synthetic leather on it. It has these two Velcro straps on the front, and it has tons of eyelets, lace holes, so you can lace it up nice and high. It is a pretty high ankle, high top shoe. It's not going to be like ankle level. It's going to be above that, and that aids you in keeping your balance so that you don't get rocked or fall or trip easily. On the outsole, you have this nice rubberized material. I feel like I was able to glide and do all the footwork that I need to do. Pivots were smooth. Keep in mind, I was using these shoes on gravel, like a graveled surface, and they were performing up to expectation. I didn't feel any awkwardness, tightness, pinching when using these. The shoes are basically pretty much broken in when you get them, given that you order the correct size. So for me, I got a size 10 US. A few more details. You have some mesh on the upper, again, followed with that textured synthetic leather going all around. You have the Vali logo over here, written out as Vali, one of their other trademarks on the top, and on the other side, another one over here. So as far as the look and the style, I'd give this a solid 8 out of 10. You know, I like the sleek look, that minimal dark appearance. The black is always nice. Can go with anything, in my opinion. And I like the rubber outsole over here. I felt like it had some good step, good bounce to it, but still allowing me to pivot, move smoothly, and also providing enough grip and traction to really push off and step in, sit down on your shots. So inside of these, you probably can't see it since it's all black. It has this, I think, double layered insole, and this insole provided a lot of comfort and shock absorption. I felt like, again, no pain pinching in my heels, toes, anywhere inside. And I felt like, you know, it didn't hurt to wear these shoes. Some shoes you put on, they hurt like hell when you're breaking them in. But like I said, these shoes already come to me fully broken in. One thing to be aware of though, I did have issues putting them on and taking them off. You know, I guess a quick fix would be to unlace it all the way down to kind of like the instep and then lace it back up. But for me, like, I like things to be, you know, handled in a pinch. I don't really like wasting time, like lacing it all the way up and unlacing it all the way down. So that's one thing. Just putting it on and taking it off is kind of tedious and kind of requires a little effort and getting used to, I guess. Maybe I'm just not used to putting these on and taking them off yet. But that was one issue for me personally. Another issue was on the tongue over here. As I was using these and doing my, you know, workout, I kept feeling like the tongue kept receding or going out of place. So I feel like if they were to add some sort of like a strap inside to hold it in place, just in a few areas, then I feel like it would solve that issue of the tongue, like, you know, scrunching up and getting out of place. That was a bit annoying for me at times. But you know, why even get a boxing shoe? Why don't you just like work out in your Crocs? Which I do, honestly. I do work out in my Crocs. I work out in sandals barefoot because I come from a karate background. It's mainly because boxing shoes have this like textured pattern over here, all going in one direction. And this kind of uniform pattern is supposed to help you like slide and glide across the ring, pivot, swivel, and just move smoothly and efficiently. Other shoes, they might like keep you in one place. Like a direct contrast to these would be like a hiking boot. So comparing this hiking boot over here and the Vali Nistas, you can see that if you're to pivot on your hook, this might like prevent you from, you know, really turning into the shot, if you know what I mean, because of that raised surface over here. So with the Vali Nista boxing shoe, you're able to, or any boxing shoe rather, you're able to really move and, you know, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. It kind of allows you to do that. And most boxing shoes on the market will have this kind of high top over here. And again, it's for added stability. So you don't take a knee, so you don't get knocked down or rocked. It just adds one more layer of stability. So style out of the way, style looks good. Nice and minimal black, smooth. You can wear it with pretty much anything. The fit, again, it's already pretty much broken in. The insole's comfortable, very shock absorbent on the inside. I like that. Breathable as well because of the added mesh on the uppers. Plenty of eyelets over here to lace it up nice and snug. But again, the few issues where the tongue kept kind of receding, and for me, it was kind of tedious to put it on and take it off. So at the time of recording, these shoes retail for $85 US. And to me, that is a very budget-friendly option compared to shoes that are in the $100 range, $100 to $200. So if you're, you know, looking to break into your first kind of model boxing shoe, but you don't want to break the bank, I think this is a solid all-around shoe. Build quality is excellent. It performs well on the feet while I'm working out, and they look great. So again, these shoes are really for anyone looking to add a budget option to the rotation and they don't want to break the bank, or maybe someone, you know, newer out there that wants to get their first pair of boxing shoes and, you know, they don't want to, you know, take out their whole life savings to do it. I'd say go with the Vali Nista boxing shoes over here. All in all, I give these shoes a solid 8 out of 10. Like I said, there's some improvements Vali can do as a company, and they're always trying to evolve. They always have great customer service, and they take the feedback of their clientele and their partners very seriously. They're always improving and innovating. Again, solid 8 out of 10 for these Vali Nista boxing shoes. I'll leave a link to these in the description box if you want to learn more about them. So yeah, that's all for this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.
Smash!